Alright, we are back for another Captain America, and this time I get to actually do my own favorite superhero movie. And you can expect to see the whole eclectic cast of superheroes, minus the Hulk and Thor, of course. So we are following the events right after Sokovia, where it was made aware that the tragedies are occurring surrounding that of the Avengers and wherever they go to battle. So during a mission in Nigeria, an explosion that Scarlet Witch attempted to contain but failed, and as a result, many innocent lives were lost, including that of 11 Wakandans. Did you say Wakandans? Does that mean we'll be seeing? I think it does. So the Sokovia Accords were created by the UN in order to initiate checks and balances with that of power individuals, and recent events only skyrocketed that plan even further, with a major supporter being that T'Chaka, the leader of Wakanda and the father of T'Challa. At a conference for the signing of the Accords, an explosion happens. Bucky Barnes was actually framed for it, and you may also know him as the Winter Soldier. So the explosion takes the life of T'Chaka, which fuels the anger of T'Challa in his pursuit for avenging his father. All the while, Captain America, who never was in favor of the Accords, tries to track down Bucky, his best friend, in hopes to understand what is happening. So somebody gets to him in the process, and this guy means business. It's the Black Panther. So Iron Man, Tony Stark, is for the Accords, and it looks like it's up to the Avengers to pick a side. So we have Black Widow, Vision, War Machine, and Black Panther to join Team Iron Man. And on Team Cap, we have Scarlet Witch, Falcon, Hawkeye, and Ant-Man, and the obviously clear-headed Winter Soldier. So Cap is trying to investigate on who framed his best friend, the Winter Soldier, and he is stopped at the airport by none other than Team Iron Man. Luckily, Cap brought along his friends, and the two groups battle it out. Oh, look who it is! Spider-Man! Cap is able to get past Iron Man and is headed with the Winter Soldier to discover what is happening. Iron Man follows him and meets up with them at the same facility where Hydra brainwashed Bucky. So Iron Man discovers that under the control of Hydra, Bucky murdered Tony's parents. Spoiler alert. Tony is mad, and the three battle it out, Iron Man against both the Winter Soldier and Cap. So it ends with a sweet reconciliation, and Bucky agrees to be cryogenically put back to sleep in none other than Wakanda, where he is granted asylum until there is a cure for his brainwashing. Now the post-credit scenes are something to see, and it looks like we are being prepped for some great Marvel movies to come.
The Doctor is in, and he's looking quite strange. Anywho, Doctor Strange. Let's go into the mind-bending world of mystic sorcery and transcendentalism.
Wait, I thought he was a guy.
Yeah, he is. That's a completely different word. Here we have Dr. Stephen Strange, a super cocky neurosurgeon who keeps everyone at arm's length, including that hot mean girl doctor that we hear about, the love interest, Dr. Rachel Christine Palmer. Well, anyway, Dr. Strange has a car accident that turns his skillful surgical hands into what looks like a reverse marionette. He is devastated, unable to return back to a successful career as a surgeon. He sets out to pursue help in any form. Cue the Kamar Taj and the mystics of the Ancient One, who teaches Dr. Strange sorcery and the power of revival to his injured body. Dr. Strange becomes a strong sorcerer who is introduced to the time-bending mystical Eye of Agamotto. The power derived from this amulet is so great that you could say it has an infinite source of power. Following the death of the Ancient One, Dr. Strange uses the Eye of Agamotto to defeat the Dormammu, a fierce villain of the Dark Dimension, and forces him into a time loop. That eventually ends with Dormammu's defeat, and he gives up. We take a look at the after credits where we get a look at Strange's encounter with an Avengers favorite, Thor.
Alright guys, this is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, coming right at you, bitch! So let's take a look at the Guardians, who are back at it again, doing missions, getting into trouble, and totally seeing Kurt Russell out in space. What? What's he doing there? That's right, Peter Quill's dad has to be Kurt Russell, aka Ego the Living Planet. I was secretly hoping it was Sylvester Stallone, but It is a happy reunion though between father and son. Let's also get to see where Peter Quill truly becomes in terms of being human or not. Wait, he's half a god? That's pretty bitchin'. Let's take a look at the rest of the crew. We get adorable baby Groot, who gets a total of thumbs up. Oh wait, I mean toe. Nebula is back and she's madder than ever at her sis Gamora, like always. Oh, and the one-liners Drax is hitting you with kills every time. Rocket discovers what it means to feel love, and we take a look at a new character named Mantis, who isn't as hideous as Drax says she is.
Why would you go on such a hideous one?
Oh, and it is safe to say that Yondu definitely steals the spotlight in this flick.
I'm very poppin', y'all!
So back to the plot. We come to find out that Ego has been searching for Peter this whole time. Ego wants to use Peter for his celestial power so that he may grow stronger than ever, consuming worlds and causing devastation. Until Peter discovers that Ego, his own father, is responsible for the death of his mom by placing a tumor in her brain. That is a complete deal breaker for Peter, and he fights back. With the help of his friends, of course. They discovered that the core of the planet is his brain. So they destroy his brain and essentially Ego, and they jet out of there, moving past that awkward father-son experience and on to more adventures. Oh, and they did not run short on the after credit scenes. Can you spot what's going on there?
We're back as a team. I'm in. Dope.
I miss you guys so much!
Hell yes.
Let's say we steal some shit.
I think I shall call him Adam.
I think my spidey senses are tingling. At least I hope that's what it is, because it's time for Spider-Man. No, not those. Well, please not those. We actually got a good look at the web-slinging Peter Parker in Civil War. It is already established that he has his powers and he is the masked crusader who still has to go to school and be home before lights out. Well, while he's busting bad guys who happen to have bigger and badder weaponry, the main villain, Adrian Toomes, aka Vulture, played by Michael Keaton, the flying animal enthusiast, swoops out of Birdman and into this role as the Vulture. Remember this? And this? He is the one responsible for building these weapons. Well, Vulture is hell-bent on getting his hands on alien tech to make advanced weaponry at any cost, and Peter is trying to track him down, all while trying to show up on time for his decathlon tournament. Spider-Man gets a fancy suit to battle with, but proves he is not ready to take the mantle of an Avenger when he accidentally lets the core of one of the Vulture's weapons explode at Washington, D.C. And even more so when he tried to fight Vulture on board the Staten Island ferry. Yeah, it's not a good look. This caused Iron Man to swoop in, save Parker, and take back that fancy suit he got him. Peter returns back to school life, but gets pulled back into the spider life once he discovers that the father of his school crush and homecoming date is none other than the Vulture. And don't worry, because this goes both ways, and now it is the most uncomfortable car ride you've ever had to be in with the father of your date.
I'll kill you and everybody you love. I'll kill you dead.
This leads to the sequencing of events where Peter discovers Vulture's plan to steal more alien tech to use for advanced weaponry. Peter dons his homemade Spidey suit and goes in after Vulture. He is successful in defeating Vulture, and that's all she wrote. And the after credits scene only dives us further into the Spider-Man universe.
You know who he is?
He'd already be dead.
It's time to get your Ragnaroks off. Thor is back, and it looks like he's taken some comedy improv classes since the last one. Yeah! He's very much aware of Loki being disguised as Odin, their father, and threatens Loki until he gives up his dad's location. Oh, that doesn't look good. In this flick, we get to see Doctor Strange lending a hand and bringing his own comedy chops to the mix.
Nice, bye-bye.
They locate Odin, but soon realize his time has come and he is dying. He does so, and as a result, Odin's first daughter, Hela, is released from a prison that was sealed years ago. Hela shows up and makes it known to both Thor and Loki that she is more than a worthy adversary. Oh no! Mjolnir is gone! During a fight amongst the three in the Bifrost, both Loki and Thor get separated and get lost through different portals. Thor ends up in a contest of champions of gladiators in the world of Sakaar, where he encounters his captor, Valkyrie, and he also gets to meet the Grand Master, the ruler of Sakaar, and the ruler of my heart, Jeff Goldblum. He is forced to battle on Sakaar against their mightiest champion. So Thor is hyped and ready to battle, and in comes the mean green, incredible Hulk himself. Thor ends up fighting the Hulk, and with a little chess move from the Grand Master, he ends up losing against the Hulk. Thor wants to escape Sakaar, so he brings together Hulk, who has turned back to Bruce Banner, as well as Loki and Valkyrie. They escape to Asgard ready to put the hurting on Hela, who has made a real mess of things. An all-out battle breaks out, and Thor faces off with Hela. As a result, he ends up losing an eye, and realizes due to Hela's immense power she draws from Asgard, it is going to take something huge to destroy Asgard, thus also destroying her. So Loki goes to retrieve the crown of Surtur to try to bring the hurting on Hela with Surtur. Ooh, what do we have here? Asgard burns, but the people survive. Hela is seemingly defeated, and Thor is ready for some much needed R&R. Maybe not.
It came, we saw, and it conquered. Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler. Man, he hit this one out of the park. This movie starts with a history lesson among two brothers, one who has the throne, T'Chaka, and the other, N'Jobu, who betrayed the whole tribe by working with the smuggler arms deal, who just so happens to want to arm himself with all the vibranium in the world. That's right, I said it, vibranium, that precious metal we see Captain America use as a shield. The criminal is none other than Ulysses Klaue. We saw him for a bit in Avengers Age of Ultron, remember? Looks like Klaue found a partner who's fierce and may have a background that plays integral into the Black Panther dynasty. So T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's character, is new to this king business, and he is doing everything in his power to make the right moves. This includes seeking out Klaue and bringing him back to Wakanda for trial and sentencing. During this transaction, things go a bit sideways. They do catch Klaue, but lose him to his partner who broke him out. Who is this guy? Well, that's Eric Killmonger, whose birth name is N'Jadaka. That means he must be Wakandan, right? Well, he's more than just Wakandan. He is royalty and the son of N'Jobu, the brother that betrayed the tribe all those years ago. He has felt outcasted by his roots and wants the opportunity to be the new Black Panther and the chief of Wakanda. So Killmonger battles Black Panther, takes the throne, planning to arm operatives all around the world to start a revolution of terror. But that ain't gonna happen because here comes T'Challa, the real Black Panther, who came ready to fight once again. It is an all-out brawl. We get to see an amazing action scene, and the finale of this third act is something to behold. T'Challa defeats the now injured Killmonger, and Killmonger decides to die a free man than to live as an imprisoned one. T'Challa extends new hope to the rest of the world by offering Wakanda's resources, and we get to see some exciting after credits scene leading into Infinity War. Awesome, you guys. Yes, we did it, everybody. Phase 3, we got through it. Thank you for bearing with us. We covered all the movies. There's only one thing to do left, you guys. You know what that is?
What?
It's watch Avengers Infinity War!
Yes! Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. All right, we kept you here long enough. Guys, go enjoy the movie and enjoy many more with us at Movie Sense. Mark, do that thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another great episode of Movie Sense. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at ThisIsMovieSense. And make sure to use the hashtag ThisIsMovieSense.
Bye.
See ya.
See you guys.